Hey everybody, welcome to the Hot Seat on this Media Monday. I'm Ron Klopfenstein. We have a packed show for you tonight. Coming up, poets William Welch and Thomas Townsley join me to talk about Doubly Mad, a local literary journal that showcases poetry and visual arts. And photojournalist and AI content producer Jim Hale and I are going to take you to Hoops and Dreams, where basketball brought the community together and kept Patrick Johnson's legacy alive. But first, we're talking about soccer. Velocity Soccer Club is working to make high-quality training accessible to young players throughout our community. Joining me are Velocity Club co-founders Kayla Fazikis and Josh Lewin, along with a professional Utica FC player, Howard Miller Jr. Welcome to the show. So Howard Miller, I gotta start with you first. You are a professional soccer player, and that's kind of like a dream for a lot of young people. Yeah. How does someone become a professional soccer player?
Well, first it's gotta be a dream, you know. It's gotta be a dream. You gotta want to do it. You gotta fall in love with the game. You gotta fall in love with the hard part of it too, you know. Soccer is also a business, you know, so you gotta understand like where you're playing in the world, where you're gonna go, how your opportunity is gonna become one. Also, you gotta have passion. You know, you gotta have a lot of passion, and you gotta be able to progress past just passion. You gotta desire it. You gotta love it. You know, for just not playing the sport, but for the game of it.
Why do you have to love it? Why do you have to have the passion? What are the hard parts of being a pro athlete? What are the challenges?
Eating right, being able to exercise like 24/7. I wake up every day and I go to the gym at 7:30, 8 o'clock, and then I go again at 1 or 2 o'clock, and I'll go again at night.
Really?
Just keeping
so
your
like
body.
3 times throughout the day?
Yeah, 3 times throughout the day. Yeah. Plus I like to do my meditations too. I like to meditate a little bit just to get my sometimes, you know, when you're on the pitch, you have a lot of fans around you, have people screaming, so you have to get in this kind of focus of a vision. Like,
I would think, yeah.
I like to envision myself on the pitch. I like to envision myself in my comfort zone, and that's usually with the ball.
So when you meditate, that's where you visualize.
Yeah. I'm visualizing like just fans. I like having the fans at stadium, the people screaming around me. I like to visualize that, but especially when I wake up in the morning. That's the first thing I want to do, knowing why I go to the gym, why I go push myself, why I eat the right things, why I make sure I'm exercising. But you know, it's also like I have to paint a picture for younger kids, you know, the younger generation, to see that like, well, this is what it takes. It's not just about social media. It's not just about like who you know and what opportunities you can get from who you know. It's also about the work you put behind it.
How often do you have to practice with your team as a pro?
So during the season is about 4 to 6 months long. We practice with the team 1 to 2 times a day, but the practices are 5 hours long. You know, it takes up your whole day. It is. That's why it's your career. It's your job.
So between that and the workouts, you're like working yourself pretty much 24/7.
100%. So that's why getting some relaxation days in the weekends are perfect.
Right. So how did you get it? Like, how did you get this job? Like, did you just come up through like junior high school?
So right out of high school, I got an opportunity to go play for over in the English Premier League for Fulham's Academy.
How did you get that opportunity though? Like, how did they notice you?
So during high school, I was playing for a UPSL team. It was a semi-pro team, and the coach was actually he told me, he was like, if you score 10 goals. At the 10 goal, we have 10 games this season. Score 10 goals, I'll help you go overseas. I'll help you find an agent.
Wow, that was a good deal.
Yeah, it was a great deal.
Yeah,
I was like, I took it as it was. I'm like, okay, score 10 goals. You know, we shook hands on it, signed a contract on that, and he sent me overseas.
Good for you. So that's how you got into it. What did you play other sports like as a child?
Oh yeah, swimming, baseball. I was a pitcher. I love golf.
Yeah.
I'm a good golfer.
What do you like about golf?
Patience. It's a patience game.
Oh, that's a good point. Now, but what was it about soccer that became your sport?
It's energetic. You know, like I liked how you can with soccer you can mix patience with energetic. You know.
Interesting.
You can learn to switch the game tempo of the game, the speed of the game, the speed of my body. Like
right.
I can slow the game down and speed it up at the same time.
It's a lot of running too, right? Yeah. So like you're always in the move, more than other games. Cool. So what are you doing this summer?
So this summer, like I'm hoping Velocity through a clinic, and then I go overseas to Spain in a few months to go have a trial over there.
Nice.
I have my own company called ProTech. I just train individual athletes, you know.
Really?
So from all ranges of ages, all any type of sport. It's just really healthy, like it's for like a healthy appetite of like your mental mind.
Because I'm sure as a pro athlete, you can train people to be trained for whatever.
Yeah, you can train for whatever, but
yeah.
I try to train the mental side of it too. Like if I'm putting someone through a physical activity, I want to break their mental.
Yeah. How? Like what? How so?
So if I ask you to do something for 30 seconds, so like a plank for 30 seconds. Tomorrow we push for a minute.
Oh, I see. So like build up.
It's breaking that mental part of telling yourself I can get past.
And probably build up confidence too. Yeah. Josh, let me bring you into this conversation here. So you can pull up that mic if you want.
Yeah, definitely.
So what is velocity? What is your club? And while you're doing that, Josh, Charles, why don't you hand your Howard? I'm sorry. How do I think of this? Why don't you hand your mic to Kayla there? And so, Josh, why don't you tell me about this camp?
Yeah, so we're with Velocity Soccer Club. My fiance and I started it last year, and our main goal is to give kids in our area, in the central New York area, Mohawk Valley area, an opportunity to learn and develop at a higher level while keeping cost and what it takes to have those opportunities as low as possible.
Yeah.
Because we've seen a lot of great athletes get priced out at higher club levels, and they can't afford to, get that extra training. So there's a lot of talent that, the United States and all over could benefit from, but unfortunately those kids are so young, they get priced out and they don't advance in that because they just they go play cheaper sports or something else that catches their interest.
What does the extra training do for them, like a young athlete?
There's plenty of great organizations around that help kids get out, learn the game, play soccer, and have fun. But a lot of it is solely volunteer based.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of training or coaches that are fully trained. So it's just a dad that's doing his best, which is the greatest.
Right.
But you can only get a kid to so high with that amount of training.
You really can't probably surpass the teacher.
Yeah, exactly. So for us, our biggest thing was we want to find like-minded individuals that have the same passion to bring the love of the game out and help these kids get the most out of it and learn the most in a competitive environment without losing the love for the game.
Right.
And that's where Howard came in.
Yeah.
He reached out to us, and we've been around the area our whole lives. We've heard of him, seen him with Utica FC.
Yeah.
And when that opportunity arose, we were so excited because a guy that has seen it, done it all, and understands what it takes to be able to offer that to our kids and show like what it takes to be a pro, what you have to put in, and for him to offer his experience to our younger kids and have an actual role model for them to look up to is huge for us.
Just to know what's possible to become a pro is really cool. Kayla, let me ask you, is this a game that you have love for too?
Especially my son Connor. He was that kid that has all that energy in the world, so I needed to get him an outlet such as sports. So he started playing soccer when he was 3, and it just threw me into the game. And I've loved it as well.
What changes did you see in him when he started playing soccer?
A little bit bouncing off the wall, less bouncing off the wall.
Because so much. It's a great outlet for your energy, I would think. All that running and stuff.
Yeah, it definitely is. And sports has been a great outlet for him to get that energy out that he needs to get out.
So how do you take kind of the lessons of that and like share it with the community? Like you're going to have you have a lot of other students and stuff. Like what do you tell them about if they're preparing to be an athlete? It's a tough one.
It is. It's really a tough thing because what's hard as a coach and a mentor is a lot of people have the mindset that you can teach one way and every kid should understand. And but it's really not the case. Every kid learns, develops, and figures out their thing differently. So when you get these groups of kids from all different walks of life, they want to bring in, they have one love for one game, but they all have different experiences, different things they're good at, different things they're bad at, things that
they learn in different ways too. Kids all have their own way to learn.
You can be hard on a kid and like get on them, and there's kids that take that and they're like, okay, let's go. But then there's kids that you can't do that. You have to kind of nurture them in a little bit, work slower with them,
Yeah,
give them a little
yeah.
more to like
Right.
understand, break it down a little bit more for them, so
Yeah.
that way they can learn as well.
Yep, yep.
But in order to be a good teacher, a good coach, you have to understand your players. You
Right,
have to understand
right.
what they're looking to gain,
Yep.
what they're capable of, and
Yeah.
the best thing you can do is put the kids in a position to succeed, because
Yeah.
the more they win, not on the scoreboard,
Right,
but the
right.
more they do something that they count as a victory in their life,
Builds their confidence.
it builds their confidence, it builds their passion, and it builds their respect for you as a coach or as a trainer.
Yeah,
So that
yeah.
way, when you say, hey, I need you to do this,
Right.
you should try this,
Yep.
they trust you. And it's
Right,
not like,
right.
oh, okay, it's, all right, you've never steered me wrong,
Yep.
I'm gonna
That's
trust
so
what you say.
important. So who are these kids here? Why don't you give them the mics and we'll get them on the mics, sir. So you guys got to talk into this big red mic for the radio here.
So we have,
Well, let me give them give them one of these little mics here so they can clip it on or hold it just like this. So let's start with you. So who
This is
do we have
Connor.
here? Hey, Connor.
this is our son,
Yep.
this is Kinsley, it's our daughter,
Kinsley.
and this is Cameron, who is
Cameron.
one of our best friends.
Great.
He is pretty much our son.
Oh,
He's with us
cool.
in every sport I coach him. So
That's really nice.
He's one of
So-
our soccer players.
Oh yeah. So Connor, let's start with you. What do you like about soccer?
It's just like a competitive sport, and I'm really competitive. So like, it's just like a sport that I like getting into.
So what do you do when it's not soccer season though? Like, can you play inside with these with places and stuff?
Yes, I can. And I also play different sports.
Oh, well, what else do you play?
I play hockey and flag football.
Wow. So I can kind of see as like, which of those do you think is most like soccer, hockey or flag football?
It's actually hard. Hockey, because you have to like pass the puck more and stuff.
Oh yeah, right. So it's kind of like, in some ways, it's kind of like the same, except instead of like using your feet, you use the hockey stick.
Yes.
So, that's interesting. So you are Cameron. Cameron. So why don't you grab that microphone there? You can have her mic there for a minute. We're going to get back to you just a minute there. Let me ask you. So like, you're big into soccer too. What is it you like about soccer? And if you were talking to somebody your age, tell them about what soccer's like and how they maybe should give it a shot, what would you say?
Like, it's a good sport to get your stress out,
Oh yeah,
And-
right.
just make friends and stuff,
Uh huh.
and
I think
it's just a learning thing.
I was gonna
good
say you must
experience.
learn a lot about like responsibility and about like teamwork. I would think too, right? Right? Yeah. So let me ask you. You got your mic there. So let me ask you about soccer. Is it a sport that a lot of girls play too?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what do you like about soccer?
I like that you can learn and make friends along the way.
Who are some of the friends that you've made? What are some of the fun things that you do when you play soccer?
I really like passing the ball and scoring goals.
Oh, good for you. What positions do you guys all play?
I play striker.
Striker,
I play defense.
defense.
I can play. I play a lot of positions, but my best position that I think I'm best at is it's striker and wing.
Do you play kind of the same position in soccer and in hockey?
I play defense a lot in
Yeah.
hockey and in soccer, so yeah.
So maybe that's like a special skill that you have.
Yeah.
So now, tell me, guys, what are your plans to do? Who's your favorite soccer players? Like, who do you look up to? Like, who do you use as maybe as inspiration?
I look up to my parents because they play soccer, and I
Oh, that's
also
nice.
look up to pro soccer players like Howard Miller.
Hey, that's cool. That's cool. How about you guys? Who inspires you?
Pro soccer players like
Yeah.
Connors.
Nice.
Ronaldo, you got a Ronaldo jersey on.
And I seriously
Got a
like
Messi jersey
Ronaldo,
on.
right? Oh, those are the two rivals, right? Ronaldo. Yeah, I know about that from 8th grade. So how about you? Who inspires you?
The soccer player that inspires me the most is probably Ronaldo,
And why?
because he's just a team leader.
Oh, I like that. Very good. So why don't you guys pass these mics down? I'm going to ask you quick, Josh. Like, I want to find out like where people get information about that. Josh, why don't you take that one and you pass that one down to Howard there. So first, I want to ask you, Josh, to wrap it up. Like, where can people get more information about your club, how to get involved? Where is it online? Well, let's make sure you got a mic there. The other mic there too. So you're Velocity Soccer Club. How can they find out more information?
Yeah, so to find out more about Velocity, it's Facebook,
Yep.
Instagram, TikTok. We have all the socials, and our website is nyvelocitysoccer.com.
nyvelocitysoccer.com. And there's still time for people to like sign up for the summer
Yeah,
classes?
if you go on our website,
Awesome.
we have a beginners clinic that we're running. It's the next 3 Saturdays. You can sign up or do a one-day drop-in.
wow.
And then we also have the clinic with Howard. Great for any age.
Yeah.
Anybody that wants to come out, it's going to be such a good experience.
To learn from an actual pro.
Yeah, you get to
That
learn
is-
from a pro.
yeah.
A guy that's seen it all, has been around the world and understands what's going on.
Right.
It's take the chance to get the opportunity to pick his brain and to come
Right.
see what we offer, because it's going to be a good time. It's
What
going
an
to be fun.
amazing experience you're offering to these kids. Howard, let's go back to you. So how can people keep up to date with you or with Utica FC? When does this new season start? You're probably done with because World Cup is done, so soccer's done, right?
So the UCFC, you can follow UCFC on Facebook, Instagram at Utica City FC, and then if you want to follow me, you can just go to @HowardJr11 on Instagram and Howard Francis Miller on Facebook, and then our new season starts the end of beginning of November, the end of December.
Okay, so it starts like, so it's like a winter sport.
Yeah,
it is
yeah,
a
it's
winter
like,
sport,
it's
right?
like hockey with a soccer ball.
Oh, I see. Oh, hockey. I like that. That's what you were saying too. Well, that is really great. Thank you guys all for being here. The Velocity Soccer Club's upcoming clinic in Sherrill is open to young players throughout the community. You can learn more and register at nyvelocitysoccer.com. Follow Howard Miller Jr. and his teammates at Utica City FC online at uticacity.fc.com. What was your Instagram again?
At @HowardJr11.
At Howard Jr. 11. Coming up, poets William Welch and Thomas Townsley join me to talk about Doubly Mad, a literary journal, and our own local creative community. We'll also have music from Mordecai Rosenblatt, who performs as Home Visitor, as our musical guest, and we'll take you to Hoops and Dreams. I'm Ron Klopfenstein. You're in the hot seat on a Medium Monday. I'll have more after the break. Welcome back to the hot seat on this Medium Monday. I'm Ron Klopfenstein. Every summer, Hoops and Dreams brings people together through basketball, music, and community. The event also keeps alive the legacy of its founder, Patrick Johnson. Photojournalist and AI content producer Jim Hale and I were there, and we have this report. I'm Ron Klopfenstein at MVCC for the 24th annual Hoops and Dreams.
Okay, great.
I'm with Roosevelt Patterson. You're the organizer of today's event.
Yes, Hoops and Dreams.
What is Hoops and Dreams?
Hoops and Dreams, man, is a project that was designed by Mr. Patrick L. Johnson. You know, it's been going on for today is the 24th year of Hoops and Dreams.
Wow.
Yeah. And you know, so with him passing on, you know, we just decided to pick up the torch and keep his legacy running. You know.
And what does Hoops and Dreams accomplish? What do you guys do here? What does it do for the people?
It accomplishes unity in the community. You know, it accomplishes stopping the violence. Everyone getting to know each other. Food, music, fun, a good game of basketball. People on the court, you know, showing their competitive skills. You know, family members playing together, family members playing against one another in a positive way. You know, so I mean, it's an amazing event.
I'm with DJ JMC from the station 95.5 FM.
That's right.
So tell me, you're DJing here today, and you knew Patrick Johnson.
Yeah.
What was he like as a person?
Pat was always a cool guy, always cool. Grew up with him.
Oh, really?
And we grew up in a Utica that allowed us to run around and be kids. To be free, to have adults around us that were basically supervising and making sure that kids could be kids.
Yeah.
And we realized that a lot of that had left.
Yeah.
And what we saw Pat doing when he launched Hoops and Dreams is he was bringing that atmosphere back. where kids can come and be kids. And his story and philosophy behind it was what he saw as an athlete was so many kids who were depending on that because opportunity in the inner city were not as open for the kids in the inner city than for everybody else. So what he talked about was the disappointment it was when he did the math and realized that out of, 1,000 kids, maybe 1 or 10 may get picked to make it big, to be a pro or anything like that. And so that was what we called the hoop dream. So when the kids graduated from high school, some of them went into college and some of them did not. Some of them graduated college and some of them did not. And some of them, very few of them, made it to the pros. And Utica has a few pros. But you can count them on one hand. Everybody else suffered the hoop dream. And he said, why don't we make or create a tournament or an atmosphere where people who suffered from the letdown of the hoop dream can come and play with a crowd of people, their peers, with noise and food and dancing and acts and talent and all these things and legitimate referees and security and all these components of that atmosphere provided. It's an atmosphere where children can walk up to a police officer or a parent or the tallest guy in the gym. They can walk up to these people and they get love. It's all love inside a Hoops and Dreams tournament.
I'm with Officer Mohammed Radonovich from the Utica Police Department. It's great to see you guys here participating in this. Why are the police involved?
Police are involved because obviously we like to engage in the community. We like to bridge the gap, which is a known saying. This is the main event, is communities coming together, police officers coming together, interacting with community. Obviously Utica is a very big place, but we want to obviously have the trust be with us.
So what are you seeing here?
I see a lot of different types of people I grew up with, the community interacting with each other. It's more than just basketball, it's obviously a connection that we're trying to build.
So have you talked to people here? Do the kids come up and talk to you about things, about being a cop or like what it's like?
Of course. We worked Proctor High School. We work overtime there as well. I see all these little kids growing up. I've been on for 3 years, and obviously in the past 3 years, I've seen these kids growing up. They actually participate in Hoops and Dreams. Some say they want to be police officers. I encourage them to be police officers, which I can only hope that they can work alongside me.
Well, good job, guy, and thank you for protecting the schools.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
There you go. I'm here with Eric. He's one of the players today. So, Eric, how did your game go?
We won. We went 2-1 today. So,
congratulations!
Yeah, absolutely, I'm happy.
So, what is it like here? Like, what does Hoops and Dreams mean to you?
Oh man, it means community. I've been in Hoops and Dreams probably since its inception. Wow. So I think this is year 24.
It is.
So I've been in Hoops and Dreams since the beginning, and it's really like, I would say the best way to describe it is like a family atmosphere. Yes, sir.
Have you seen it grow over those 24 years?
Yeah, so when I first started, we would at times we would have teams from other cities come here, but it was few and far between. Now consistently we have teams from Syracuse, Albany, Binghamton area, so it shows just the culture that we built here is growing.
I'm with Elia and Mohammed. Elia was a player today and Mohammed was a spectator. So first of all, Elia, how did your game go?
I mean, we played against seniors, but it's all right.
Oh, good. So why come to Hoops and Dreams? Why participate?
I just like it, bro. It's basketball, everybody getting together, food. Yeah.
So Mohammed, let me ask you. So you're here as a spectator. So why come to watch this? What is this all about to you?
This is all I like watching basketball, and my friends are here, so I gotta come support my friends because they're the ones playing.
Are there how many people do you think participate in this? There's so many people that come to this.
Hundreds, a couple hundred. Yeah, it's a lot.
What are you seeing here? What's the vibe like? What do you think people that come to watch this get out of being here?
I mean, like coming from my perspective, like to come to see their friends, family. It's also just like community, because there's a lot of people you know here. Even not just my friends playing. I see neighbors around, people I know. It's just like a community event. It's basketball. Just connect them, bonding over sport.
Well, I'm with Jalen, and Jalen, you're one of the workers here today doing the security detail and stuff.
Where's Ezel?
What are you seeing here? Hoops and Dreams.
Where's Ezel?
I see young hoopers coming from place to place to come like play basketball games, like varsity and stuff like that.
Yep.
Like playing against each other just to chase their dreams.
So like if someone's interested in getting involved in this organization or coming to one of these events, what would you say to them?
Make sure make sure you're not rude. Make sure you're kind and always reflect what they reflect back to you.
Very well said. So what are you seeing people get out of this? Like when people come and participate of any age, what are you seeing them get out of this?
Well, like hoops and dreams, right? People, the kids that, they want to grow up and be, they see the athletes on TV, their heroes and so forth, like Steph Curry, like LeBron James and so forth like that, So these kids, they take their talents, and match them to their skills and try their best to make it to the NBA. But everybody don't make it to the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So this right here is their NBA. This right here is a platform for them to get out there, express their talent on the court, their competitive skills, you know what I'm saying, and be cheered on by their biggest fans, which is their family and their community.
The people I spoke to today all agreed that Hoops and Dreams is a great way to bring the community together, but also to keep alive the memory and the legacy of its founder, Patrick Johnson. At MVCC in Utica, I'm Ron Klopfenstein for 95.5 FM, The Heat. We're going to have that story online Tuesday night at 9 p.m. on my YouTube channel, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook accounts. And this entire episode will be online Wednesday at 9 p.m. uticaphoenix.net/Media Monday. Also want to say a shout out to Jalen, who helped me out there. He's the kid I interviewed at the end. He also helped me out with a little bit of the production. He's the one who bounced the ball to me at the beginning. So Jalen, shout out to you. Good job. Now, time for some music. Joining me now is Mordecai Rosenblatt, who performs as Home Visitor. Mordecai, welcome to the show.
Great to be here, Ron.
Not only are you a musician, you also have a zine. That kind of blew my mind because I love zines. So tell me about the zine.
Yeah, so the band put a first volume of our zine out. The zine is called The Home Visitor. We're putting it out every 6 months, so the next volume will be out in October. And it is the best we can do. It is a print reflection of the band and our community at large. So
the best zines are ones that are the best people can do. That's the whole point of zine, do the best you can, put it together. So where can people get the zine, first of all?
You can get it from us at one of our shows, and they're also available at the Tramontaine Cafe.
Everything good is at the Tram, I think.
I'd say so.
So where did you get the name Home Visitor?
There's actually a story in the zine about that. Is that a sports thing too, with our soccer? It is, in a way, a sports thing. I picked up a used copy of Bruce Springsteen's The River on vinyl.
Okay.
And someone had left a beautiful 8x10 concert photo of the E Street Band on the Born in the USA tour. And I was looking at the photo one night, and they're in some stadium, and behind the band is the board where they keep scores for the team, and it says Home and Visitor, and it just kind of, in that moment, it clicked.
So that was the name.
Yeah.
How would you describe your music?
I like to say that we are sort of a freak anti-folk band. We're acoustic driven, but we have drums, we have trumpet, a little omnichord, and the songs are maybe less conventional than people would think when they hear the term folk music.
Folk. So that's how it's the anti-folk. It's different than. So folk, we think it's kind of like a mellow kind of,
Yeah, we get a little rockin', and we like to have fun with it. We're serious, but.
So you're about to perform a song for us here.
Yep.
Where can people find all your songs or what you have done? Like, where can they find it? On social media or online?
Yeah, so we have an Instagram. It's homevisitor_. We have a Bandcamp page that's got everything on there. We have a Substack we use as a mailing list.
Oh, cool.
And I'd say those are the three main ways to stay in touch with us.
So when I post this, please put the links to that.
I will.
Comments so people can find you. And tell us a little bit about Weezer Tattoo.
So this is a very new song I wrote last week. I premiered it. I premiered it at the Tram last night. And it's a nostalgic song about the people and things that get us through the hard times in life, and how sometimes we develop associations for things that change over time.
Interesting. Like what?
Well, for example, in the song tells a bit of a story about some people that go through a part of their youth together, and Weezer happened to be the soundtrack. And so
I see.
With that, you know, people will develop this affinity for, in this case, Weezer. Regardless of how they really feel about that band.
It becomes the soundtrack of your life.
Exactly.
Yeah. What's become the soundtrack of your life as an artist?
Well, I love Bruce Springsteen. I've been listening to him since I was a kid.
Name and stuff, yeah.
And Daniel Johnston and Vic Chestnut are other big influences of mine.
Those I'm not familiar with, but Bruce Springsteen, and you could almost think of him as like him, the message of folk music. He's the man of the people, his music, I would say.
You know, I think that's where he likes to position himself.
Yeah, not that it's folk music, but like the ethos behind what he's saying. He's like kind of like the working man's kind of representative.
Yeah, I think every songwriter has to make some choices about what stories they're going to tell.
Right.
And that's where he's had a lot of success.
So let's hear your story. This is Weezer Tattoo, Home Visitor, performing for us here live in the studio.
Your mom was never sober. We acted so much older. You'd skip school, visit me at work all day. My manager said if no one sees you, you could stay invisible. But we could see, and you could feel every branch that broke from your family tree. Late at night, you drown out the screams and turn up the radio. We always did the dumbest stuff. We thought we were invincible. We walked around so tough. But all the scars that stayed, the ones we're not so proud of, we hoped would fade away. I've got a new one, you won't believe it. Makes me laugh each time I see it. Remember when you dared me and called me a chicken? We would sit around with nothing but the radio. I've got a brand new Weezer tattoo. It's colored in blue and it reminds me of you. The line work is perfect, immaculate, true. It's just a big W. There was nothing left to say. You found your ticket out, and so you moved away. We swore everything from Springsteen songs. We both knew you had to do it, even though it felt so wrong. I never called, I should have wrote, and I'm sorry it all broke. This town could never hold so big a heart. Sometimes I drive, and I just listen to static. I've got a brand new Weezer tattoo. It's colored in blue and it reminds me of you. The line work is perfect, immaculate, true. It's just a big W. Driving in the rain, crying out your name. I guess our youth was spent in vain, or does everything end the same? You send me pictures of your kids. It's a wonder that either of us turned out the way we did. Or maybe not, I've still got a band, and I think she means it. My girlfriend says we're not that bad. And you look well, what you've endured, no one could tell. And I never told you before, so I guess I'll tell you now. I never liked any of those bands on alt rock radio, but now I've got a brand new Weezer tattoo. It's colored in blue and it reminds me of you. The line work is perfect, immaculate, true. It's just a big W.
Wow, well done. That was
Thank you.
That was really powerful stuff.
Thanks,
Jeez.
guys.
Very, very sad, but melancholy, I guess you would say.
Yeah, it's
really moving though. Mordecai Rosenblatt, he performs as home visitor. We're going to have another song from him when we come back from the break. Also, William Welch and Thomas Townsley joined me to talk about Doubly Mad, a literary journal featuring poetry and visual art. You're in the hot seat on a Medium Monday at 95.5 FM The Heat. I'll have more after the break. Welcome back to the hot seat on this Medium Monday. I'm Ron Klopfenstein. Joining me now are William Welch and Thomas Townsley. William is an editor and a poet. He's with Doubly Mad, a local literary and visual arts journal. Thomas is a poet. He's an English and creative writing professor at NVCC, longtime blues radio host, and a harmonica player. And he's featured in the latest issue of Doubly Mad. William and Thomas, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me back, Ron. It's great to see you again.
Yeah, great to see you. So a new issue of Doubly Mad's coming out, right?
Yep, there's going to be a new issue soon. It's a little bit delayed because we've been working on a book of poems by Alan Guy Wilcox. Yeah. In the past year since I was last on your show, Doubly Mad's been really busy. We put out 4 books in a year. One of them is Tom's most recent book, Alphabet Noise. And then Alan's is the one that we just finished. It's actually going to be having its official release in a couple of days at the opening of The Tempest. At the,
Good timing.
At the Shakespeare at the theater at Woods Hill. So
wow,
it's going to be fun.
So in addition to the journal, you guys put out actual books too.
Yeah, we've done a few here and there over the years. I've done a few of Tom's books. He's a long-time collaborator. I met him at the Polish Community Club about 12 years ago. He was playing in a blues band, and came over and said hey, and I said hey, and the next thing you know, he's showing me some poems, and I'm like, these are great. I want to work with these. And fast forward, I think I've done 4 books.
Yes.
And, so it's been a really creative relationship.
Collaboration.
Yeah, and so he was actually the poetry editor for Doubly Mad's issue that will be coming out soon. He was poetry editor of Stone Canoe last year, or the year before, I forget what year it was, which is based out in Syracuse. So he's been pretty busy doing all these things, juggling writing and music and teaching.
Yeah, you're a teacher too. That's great. What do you teach? How do you teach creative for writing? Like, what do you teach people to be creative?
Well, I use some of the same ideas that I actually use with playing music and learning to be a musician and learning to improvise, which is, first of all, you need to have some kind of context, so therefore reading is a huge part of the course, and I have them imitate certain writers to kind of get inside the skin, as it were. And then I mix those kinds of approaches, which would be like, a musician practicing scales or learning, a John Coltrane solo
or different genres.
Yes. And then I also have other kinds of writing prompts that I give them to give them a little more latitude, and it's balancing out those approaches that I think has been the most.
Those ready prompts can be kind of fun with the English class, you know, because people's creativity going and stuff. How would you describe your poetry? What is your style like? What's your voice like?
Yeah, Tom, what is your voice like?
What is my voice like? It depends on which book we're talking about to some extent, but I would say that what I'm doing is a mix of surrealism.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
A little bit of language poetry where they're a little more theoretical about, you know, language itself.
Interesting.
And they kind of foreground some of that.
Yeah.
And probably Monty Python.
Oh, that sounds cool. So can you read us one of these poems that mix surrealism with Monty Python?
Sure.
With, what was the middle thing that you said about with the language?
Language poetry.
Language poetry.
It's a group of poets that got together and said, you know, we're not going to worry so much about expressing our feelings, but we're going to look at the way language works and the way people use language.
Interesting.
And very often how language uses us.
Yeah,
Right?
That's an
language thinks for us a lot of the time.
Right, yes.
So they're always trying to come up with strategies to get you outside of the everyday cafeteria speak.
I like that. I like that.
So their stuff, you know, hits you as being somewhat strange. They're trying to shake you out of it. Surrealism.
And make you look at words in a different way. Look at how we use words.
So I'm kind of playing with that. This is from the book, I Pray This Letter Reaches You in Time.
Okay.
I have a series of poems sort of interspersed throughout the book called The Problem with Me. So this one is The Problem with Me, number 74.
74.
Time changed the lock on my youth. Under the Zeppelin's shadow, I contemplated the irreducibility of one heart's longing. I once believed that the living had an advantage over the dead, in that the dead were unaware of their condition, while the living were aware of theirs. Then I began to imagine there might exist an imponderable but pervasive force to which our living blinded us, the same way death blinds the dead to consciousness. I became a chimney sweep. I mean a Ferris wheel operator. I mean a poet. I made a sacristy of what I believed to be your eyes. When given the opportunity, I refused to sign on the dotted line. For the moment of a text's inscription marks a singularity that carries with it a fissuring a priori, or so they said in cosmetology school. I once held your hand in a sensory deprivation tank. I can never get enough manna. My pastimes include winking, buffing parabolas, extorting empiricists, and bleeding on faulty syllogisms. My imagined scenarios outnumber my real ones 13-1. Hey there, dreamer. What are you dreaming about? The moon asked one night. Nothing, I said. Same here, said the moon. And then one of us went back to sleep.
Wow, that is powerful. I like the imagery of the Zeppelin's shadow. Yeah. So what are you expressing in that?
It's difficult to answer that because I don't like to paraphrase, and to some extent, you know, with surrealism, you're going after something that can be felt, but that's sort of ineffable, right? Hard to put into
And of course,
words.
you already did express it in poetry.
Right.
So
Yes. So in some ways, like the expression is the poem. Right.
What does poetry do for you? Does that allow you to express things that you can't express through music or through
tax write-offs mostly?
Always at a loss.
Not too profitable, right?
It is profitable in that I'm always, chasing after something with words, and so there is some autobiographical stuff.
Yeah, I would think
hidden in there, but there's philosophy, there's linguistics, and what I strive for is getting some kind of a strange combination.
How do
of
you
those
rein
things.
surrealism in order to make it a work of art that uses surrealism, but that doesn't let it take over?
Well, surrealism is going after a sort of dream consciousness and dream state, and a lot of times in order to write these, I guess you could say my process is to sort of try to dream while awake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so I'm just sort of raising an antenna and then waiting for the signals to come in. And I write them down, and at least for the first draft or so, I'm not trying to have it make sense or trying to force an order on it, but just sort of let it happen. Then later I may rearrange some things and let some other things in and take a few things out. But I think the important part of the process for surrealism is you just have to let it
all in at first and make sense of it afterwards. So do you have another poem for us to read?
Sure.
I love the use of surrealism in literature. I think it's something that it allows for so much creativity and so much interest. Yeah. And I'm a fan of Green Acres, so that was one of my first favorite TV shows. It's surrealist sitcom.
Yes, absolutely. That's why I say Monty Python, too.
One of the few surrealist sitcoms we've ever had in American culture. It's underappreciated.
Well, there's a poet named Dana Joy who says most Americans are introduced to surrealism through cartoons.
That's true. There's surrealism through cartoons. I never thought about that.
Yeah, if you look at those old, Roadrunner cartoons.
Right, so check those out too. But Green Acres, we gotta watch Green Acres.
Okay, so I'll read one more for you here. This is The Problem With Me, number 117.
Okay, we're moving further down the charts.
That's
you
right.
got a lot of problems.
That's true. That's true.
We all do.
I could fill a book. And have.
You did.
That's right. That's right. You are mentally colorblind, said the leprechaun. What do you mean? I said. There's nothing wrong with my vision. I see fine. For example, that jacket you're wearing is green. Of course it's green. I'm a leprechaun. Leprechauns wear green. Everyone knows that, the leprechaun said. Therefore, your statement proves nothing. Besides, I'm not talking about your external vision. I'm talking about your mind's eye. My what? I said. Your mind's eye, the leprechaun repeated. I believe it is subject to mirages. Tell me, what do you see right now? I looked up. Just then, a pair of acolytes hurried past us on the street, carrying their brass candle snuffers, or emunctoriums, as the glossary of ecclesiastical ornaments calls them. But instead of wearing the traditional white robes, each youth was draped in what appeared to be a translucent shower curtain decorated with blue and green goggle-eyed fish. They must be late for services, I said. What are you talking about? The leprechaun snapped. Those acolytes, also known as excensors, I replied, pointing. But when I looked again, all I saw was a middle-aged man in a jester's cap, riding a unicycle with a rhesus monkey perched on his right shoulder. The monkey looked straight ahead, unfazed, as if it had done this many times before. The man, however, appeared to be weeping. Now do you see what I'm talking about? The leprechaun said. Your inner vision is untrustworthy. Maybe, but why? I asked, turning to face him. Of course, the leprechaun was no longer there. I couldn't even remember how to spell leprechaun anymore. Instead, an old woman looked up from her xylophone, which she'd set up on the curb right here on the street where I now realized I lived. Any requests? She asked. I stared at the mallets clutched in her knobby fists. They looked like birds of prey. Didn't I used to know you? I asked. I mean, like a long time ago. You tell me, she said, but her expression didn't change. It remained stone-like, yielding no clues, not even after she launched into an expressive rendition of the shadow of your smile, as gold lockets, each bearing the singed hair of a different lover, began to drop from the trees into the mouths of waiting crocuses below.
I love the way your poetry tells a whole story in the dreamlike quality. The leprechaun comes in, the leprechaun's there for the leprechaun.
Right, in dreams things are there and then they aren't.
Right,
and,
exactly.
yeah.
Kind of like an Alice in Wonderland kind of quality.
It's nice you don't have to follow the laws of dramatic unity.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
But still it does. Like it does make sense, like a dream would, you know.
Right.
Kind of reminds me a bit of Naked Lunch too. Where William
Yes,
Burroughs
right,
did.
yes,
The
yes.
pace, I really like that. We're running short on time, William, so I want to have you back to talk. We'll have you back when Alan comes on too.
Yeah, that's good.
Before you guys go, tell me where to get Doubly Mad, where to get your books, where to hear you, Thomas, if you're performing.
Yep, so if you want the easiest way to get our books and copies of the journals, to go to doublymad.org. Everything is right there. The books are also available at various cafes around town. The Tram, Emerson Ave Coffee has copies. The Other Side, has copies. And yeah, stay tuned for the new issue of the journal. It's going to be out soon. It's going to be really good.
Yeah, and Thomas, your book. Where do you get your books? And
You can get them on Amazon or any of those usual sites, and of course we like it when you order it directly from DoublyMad.com or pick it up at the Other Side or any of those locations.
Great. And do you have a website? Do you guys have social media? Do you have a website, Thomas? Or
Tom's on Facebook, of course, and my website is just my name, WilliamFWelch.com.
In Doubly Mad.
DoublyMad.org. Yeah.
So thank you for being here. Mordecai Rosenblatt performs as home visitor. Mordecai, come over to Mike and clip your thing on there. So tell us, we're going to hear one of your songs. What is your song we're going to hear next? One more song here.
This song is I've Got Nothing, and it's from our debut album titled Welcome that we just released this past May. We've pressed 200 copies on vinyl.
Good for you.
And it's streaming all over the place.
I like the sound of that. All right, Jay, can you play that for us? Home Visitor.
Na 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 Nothing hurts when nothing's there, and lately nothing has been everywhere. Nothing is lost when nothing's gained. Nothing changes and stays the same. I've got nothing. Na 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 na. I've got nothing. Na 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 na. Nothing to give, nothing to take. Nothing has value and nothing is fake. Nothing to lose, nothing to keep, nothing to work for, nothing is free. I've got nothing. Na 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 na. I've got nothing. Na 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 na. 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 I've got nothing. Nothing is empty. Nothing is pure. Nothing is hidden and nothing is sure. If nothing exists, then nothing is true. Nothing has meaning, nothing has proof. Nothing is here and nothing is gone. Nothing is perfect, nothing is flawed. Nothing is broken and nothing is fine. Nothing matters, nothing is mine. I've got nothing. I've got nothing. I've got nothing. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. I've got nothing. La 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 la
That was Home Visitor. This whole episode of Hot Seat Media Monday will be online Wednesday night at uticaphoenix.net/Media Monday. Our audio engineer is Jonathan Brooks. He's DJ Jay Easy, and he's up next with the Easy Ride Home. Jim Hell records the show for YouTube and podcasts, and he's our photojournalist and AI content producer. Nabil Khan and Willie Christopher are our correspondents, and I'm Ron Klopfenstein. I'll be back next week with another Hot Seat Media Monday. This is Ron Klopfenstein. Meet me in the Hot Seat every Monday at 5 p.m. for Hot Seat Media Mondays on 95.5 FM, The Heat.